Monday overnight. Meteorologist Mike Joyce here, live and late this evening. We still have, excuse me, some severe thunderstorms that are starting to move through our coverage area. This line of thunderstorms has had a quite a nasty history as it brought many instances of wind damage and even some possible tornadoes to the Chicago area this evening. This line is now starting to move into our area, so I do want to talk about where it's impacting right now. I will say this. If you weren't on our last video, most of Ohio and certainly West Virginia is okay right now. The only spots that are really under the gun for severe weather at the moment are the counties in far northeastern Indiana, including Fort Wayne. So severe storm is passing through Fort Wayne right now, and we do have some viewers there. So that's one reason why we want to get on and talk about it. But it's moving very quickly. It's moving at about 70 miles an hour highway speed. So it's not going to be long before this line of storms gets into northwest Ohio. So we're watching this very carefully. Also, if we look down at the south a little bit, we also have a severe portion of the line that is rolling through the Indianapolis area right now. So Indianapolis and places east and southeast are going to be under a severe thunderstorm warning for wind damage until about 1:30 this morning. So that's for the Indianapolis area, but we're also watching this area up here that is in our coverage area, including Fort Wayne, Indiana, Angola, Indiana. And there we go. We just got a new radar scan and we can see just how quickly this is moving. The National Weather Service is indicating that this line of thunderstorms is moving um, anywhere between 60 and 70 miles per hour. Very, uh, very quick moving storm. Let's see if we can get some updates on this. Okay, so they say it's slowed down a little bit. Northeast at 55. Let's see if we can see any. We'll switch over to velocity mode and take a look to see at the potential for strong winds. And it certainly looks like that potential for strong winds still exists right along US 27 here. So that's going to be near the city of Auburn, Indiana. And then if you're in Ohio, if you're in Williams or Defiance County, Paulding County, you may want to be ready to take action. You're not in a severe thunderstorm warning right now, but you are in a severe thunderstorm watch. If we zoom out a little bit, and I'll turn the radar back on, the reflectivity, we can see counties that are shaded in this pinkish, this light pink-ish red here that's kind of flickering a little bit. That's a severe thunderstorm watch. So that severe thunderstorm watch is going to be in effect for some time. Let me get the exact time for you here. So this watch is in effect until 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm willing to bet that it'll get canceled earlier than that. I think the threat is going to move through very quickly as this line continues to dissipate, moving east into Ohio over the next couple of hours or so. So we're going to stick with you guys for some time. And I just kind of want to watch to see what's going to happen with this line. Is it going to weaken as it moves into Ohio, which I believe is a possibility, or is it going to maintain its strength? And it's weakened a bit since it impacted the Chicago area, but I'm still seeing some very gusty wind from Fort Wayne near the 469 interchange with 69 on the north side of town, stretching all the way through Auburn. I believe that's where our strongest winds are right now, where we have the lighter colors, the oranges and the yellows indicate to me that we might be seeing winds 60, maybe even briefly 70 miles per hour. And this storm has a history of it. And then stretching up into Michigan, there's a lot of heavy rain and even a strong thunderstorm with wind just to the west of Ann Arbor along I-94 between Ann Arbor and Kalamazoo. So that's up in Michigan, but it's all connected to this massive, massive storm system that caused quite a bit of damage in the Chicago area tonight. It was a very severe night for folks there about 2 hours ago, and now the uh, and now this line has moved into our coverage area as well this evening. Um, so we don't expect this to be a big impact for places very far to the east. Like I remember seeing a couple comments about Worcester. I don't think it's going to be a problem for Worcester. Maybe some rain in the morning. All the way down in Pike County, I think just some rain. It's going to be weakening before it gets there, thankfully. But it still has a quite a storied history and still producing severe winds in the Indianapolis metro area and for our counties up here in northeastern Indiana. So the city of Fort Wayne getting hit particularly hard right now. What I would like to do is I would like to see if we can get a camera up to the Fort Wayne, Indiana area. So let me see. I'd like to get these cameras here. See what's going on in Fort Wayne at the moment. I always like to show pictures of that. Let's see here. Not a lot of the cameras are looking all that great. And I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that many of these cameras are just very wet and there really aren't a whole lot of cars out there at 1 in the morning. Yeah, okay. So if we look at this, let me get it up here. Window capture. There we go. All right, so you're seeing, I'm going to size it properly so it looks better. This is an InDOT camera near Illinois Road. Illinois Road is just to the west northwest of Fort Wayne. So we can kind of see there's some ponding here on the roads and a lot of wet roadways. The wind doesn't seem to be too bad anymore, but a lot of wet roads. Not a lot of power outages in the area that I see right now, but I will report if that is the case. So, again, if you're in Ohio, which most of you are, I anticipate this system weakening as it moves into Ohio. I want to stick with it to see what the National Weather Service is going to do about this northern line of storms here. So the counties here in the pinkish red, that is a severe thunderstorm watch. So remember, a watch doesn't mean it's occurring yet. It means that it's kind of like the ingredients are there, but the storm isn't yet. The warning is the storm's there, and that's what we see shaded here in orange along I-69, which really it's just following I-69 right now and impacting the Fort Wayne area. Although in the last couple of scans, if we put some motion into it, seems like it's not as intense as it was. It does seem to show signs of breaking up a little bit. So I'm wondering if the Weather Service in northern Indiana, right back here near Warsaw, is going to extend this warning into Ohio. We're going to have to see if that is going to be the case. We also have another warning just to the south. This warning is also in effect until 1:30. Both warnings in effect until then for strong wind gusts. So we can take a look at the potential for wind here, and there are some strong wind potential areas right along 224. So that's just going to be west of Decatur. And yeah, anywhere you see orange or yellow, that could indicate wind gusts greater than 60 miles per hour. It seems to be very intense here north of Fort Wayne too, and it looks like the National Weather Service has responded, and they have not elected to continue the severe thunderstorm warning into Ohio, instead opting for a special weather statement saying maximum wind gusts of 55 miles per hour. So they do believe that this is calming down a little bit. Still going to be very gusty and dangerous. So if you're in any of these counties, Williams, Fulton, Defiance, Paulding, those four in particular right now, you should be at least being mindful of the weather. Everywhere else is fine for now. I don't expect this to hold together much longer. It's going to be continuing its weakening trend. Western Ohio could still see lightning here, some thunder, get some heavy rain. But once you get to I-71 and points south and east, I think most of those locations are going to be okay. Other than a few rumbles, maybe some light rain in the morning. This line is showing signs of weakening as we had hoped. And this, of course, after quite a bit of damage in the Chicago area um, this evening. So um, that is what we're looking at right now. Again, a severe thunderstorm warning for far northeastern Indiana, a special weather statement with 55-mile-per-hour wind possible for our counties here in northern Ohio. That alert will run until 2 o'clock this morning, but otherwise everywhere else is in good shape. So if you're not in northwest Ohio right now, I would not worry. But I would expect potentially some showers overnight. And let's see, trying to get information. Yeah, wow. Okay, so this line is breaking apart, but it's moving east at 65 miles per hour. So it is hauling, but they have elected not to issue a severe thunderstorm warning. All right, so I'm probably going to hop off here and then keep an eye on the situation. And if any other severe weather threats develop, or hopefully not, but if a tornado situation develops, which I don't believe is going to be the case, we'll hop back on. But for now, we'll just kind of keep an eye on things. And if you're in northwestern Ohio and see some thunder or see some lightning, hear some thunder and some rain, that is to be expected. But the strongest portion or of this storm system has pretty much diminished. So, all right, guys, I'll pop back on if needed.